This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Andy,
you
games no emwe.
I'm not saying we are very interested in Mbappe stories. No?
Oh yes, sabi you can say no your story aba. Na amam for church Romadri panditi church Romadri. Aba kokra de o say Rio Ferdinand. O say Mbappe. Why no ho kakraka ache PSG. Also why no ho kakraka ache PSG. E shoku binum so say I didn't ask me buy and quickly on my cassette and cry and cry. No jana man hangy. Time out him say yeah but Champions League. I who here or no Mbappe. It seems or you're bigger than the club.
They are making it look like as if he is bigger than the club. Because also the Sheikh a friend on the Kasaye Nema Mensem Emmanuel Macron SUB Rem Abe convince Kylian Mbappe to stay. And again, the PSG team due to be a French team, no, they need a French player. I'll be an iconic figure and a poster boy within the setup. They are struggling to compete in Europe. The last time Omoye big in Europe was way back in 1993-1994. Abra Olympic Marseille winning the Champions League. The last time back close, Paris Saint-Germain losing to Bayern Munich Portugal. The last time we almost back close, AS Monaco against Porto. Abra almost lose Champions League final. Into the so-called Farmers League. Omo who in Europe ni wo fem. Benatapi mo emre. Jean-Michel Ola mo emre. Monaco de omo a talent factory no more top players. Lille a talent factory no more top players. Rene Mon cannot come back again because they don't have the financial muscle to compete with the very best. Olympic Marseille there, omo ba ko na omo agina e na omo gina so e na gina omo de twem anso di twampoa of France. So they will need a team that will be supportive based on internal politics and the French nation in na no motivate the France team yakọ European market na akoton no matter to ye. Nti esa dia Lionel Messi on fie 30 plus. Neymar e wo 30 or 30 plus. So all these players all analyze our situation now. Injury worried for Neymar. Lionel Messi is set to retire so soon after the World Cup. Obia expect to be BB from Messi. Until I was seeing an iconic figure in the French team. You beat him the near turn so build everything around Kylian Mbappe. Until over 3 years now, the man, no, you know, he will earn 251 million euros. So, sir, renew 2025. They will give him 153 million euros. And I'm the man branch of Kylian Mbappe. Now, Mbappe Diatum also a better. And also, Momo and near man so as a player, I believe so. Moya Beboa. And no catcher almost say the South American guys no draws with team Nimdodo. A Kobasa, Neymar and Messi, Ebena power channel. Into straight away, almost a poor Fabian and Joe de Maria, Ubian Tiasi. Then, Omuma Branti a friend Leandro Paredes Coy. Straight away, Obian the connection between Luis Ocampos, Antero Henrique, Obebo within the transfers. And again, Luis Ocampos and Dumone Monaco, well connected with Kylian Mbappe, and Uncle France or my sporting director. And Uncle a French coach in Christopher Galtier, so my France coach, or my PSG coach. Now Mbappe, he has certain players around him. Into the French guys within the setup. So we should Paris Saint-Germain team now. Omo you omo first 11 now na so bia ye fitter. Abranti e fe ne personal campaign binkwa any the only French player I team do oni ato no so say oye France ni or start or Paris Saint-Germain alongside Kylian Mbappe. Internally Mbappe is not strong. He need French players. Now omo promising they say omo the Orient Chouameni ko Real Madrid ne beba. Omo the Ousmane Dembele beba be kan ho. So that the French connection be so strong within the setup. A man for failure no. Now the issue about Mama Nemanko, Monton Nemanam free will to play within the setup no. You know, Christopher Galtier Bayano said that he's coming to build his team around Neymar da Silva Santo Jr. Inti Juan was squashy. Mama Nemanko. And let's not forget the interview of Nasser El Khelafi. Any Lewis or Campus and some of Kai. Inti Neymar no atena. Mbappe enya France for no. Neymar or Peso console. Neymar da so. Now dear Bionaka, just after a game, France boy against Austria. And Mbappe in an interview no Omuka say ball ya boy said you see three players he say dear. You tell who this kind of performance e will PG and I say onya the free roll e more e Paris Saint-Germain team nim enti na performance o mo pese batro no onya. Mbappe was promised so mo better Robert Lewandowski e de naba no ba be gina ni mo de amomo enti wo hwa ensem o mo ne kan a o mo ahye won say he will operate from the left no mo the striker but because I don't na Kylian Mbappe pe enti in the French national team or Olivier Giroud no that been come from so that be obenya space dia to nimrika no. Back in Monaco he had Radamel Falcao Garcia Zarate the El Tigre at the arrowhead with Mbappe on the left. At PSG he's the arrowhead, he's the center forward with Neymar and Messi behind him. Again, another promise and the role on the field of play was not granted for Kylian Mbappe. It's general a boss until yesterday, penalty in the buyer or boy, you know. Now Neymar start taking over the penalty responsibilities. In Mbappe Bosche, apart from Siko and Nsaka and General, and not just any of the promise Oma fulfill at the Amano. And Mbappe feels that he's disappointed and some of catching anything and throw and the reason why the boy want to leave. But say utie Rio Ferdinand. Say no some more kind no ya some also Mbappe tie na General or the two ne hofo. Ose onu Thierry Daniels when he joined Barcelona he was asked to play on the left but obi onim Thierry Henry bi anim say even in the presence of David Trezeguet who was the arrowhead for France in the 2006 World Cup obi anim say only Dennis Bergkamp na ne gina ni mu edema the Arsenal invincible side obi Henry so obe far right obi so obe far left but he is the main man within the setup. But occur Barcelona no there was Samuel Eto'o, there was Lionel Messi. Inti Thierry Henry did to mu kokoda nchen. So Okache Mbappe say he should sacrifice for the setup. The free run Mbappe epeno general. Say Neymar ho na Messi ho Mbappe unya free run because the creative outlet on the field of play you don't even belong to quarter of it. The Neymar de beba the Messi de beba Mbappe any a quarter of the creative spark, the creative outlet any of the two beba. Until he must accept the penalty responsibility to obey me at it. Very soon Neymar will leave the scene, Messi will leave the scene, obey take responsibility. But the reality is that when you have two top quality materials within the squad, there is no way you'll be the poster ball of the side.
Neymar any Messi level, no? Are you saying say Mbappe Drew?
He's not even half of them.
Wow. Mbappe.
He's not even half of them. Half Kroonu Mbappe. So the Neymar quality too. Now the Messi quality too. He's not even half of them. Mbappe. You know.
One player. Since you are my PSG, I can see I am very attractive. I am Mbappe. I say Neymar and I say Messi.
The truth is that last season Messi was not on form. Neymar plug of injuries. So it was Mbappe. But even with him, even with him, he gave them.
Mbappe.
No, I agree. So last season he was ahead of them. But this season is he ahead of the two? No.
Wow.
This is he ahead of the two? No.
Okay.
That is the reality. And when those players are fit, he doesn't come close to half of them. So Messi are fit no so obebo. So Neymar are fit no so obebo la. The only ball pack so Mbappe team for half man. So you must accept it. Those guys, you need them to perform. He's the only player in the world that all Messi and Neymar behind him or Bekasa. He's the only player. No player will do that. So Messi and Neymar will watch it, and you are still talking. Only Kylian Mbappe and the best.
Yes, because we do that level.
You know what do that level no way. We watch Mbappe day in day out. Level no do no way. But I watch PSG versus Benfica after watching the Chelsea game. Level no see you
player Ben or PSG say obey the most expensive CCA.
Ono
Mbappe.
Yes.
Yet Onru Messi.
It is because of his age. In fear Messi one in fear Neymar one Fanny and Toto. And that is a factor. I agree. He has a lot of.
Why in the sponsors near the Beshan who did true Edomusika Babu Rapi HCC?
All these things comes into him because he's. Yes.
Still on room Messi.
Messi
did now can Messi.
I'm talking about this season Lionel Messi and this season Neymar.
Okay.
Rangix was a better player than David Beckham. But within the Manchester United setup, who attracted sponsorship? It was David Beckham.
Okay.
It doesn't mean David Beckham was a better player than Rangix.
Okay.
Your uncrophobia or what? Yankopon dia dia chomu. Zinedine Zidane and Yabi. No matter the obey you know, or that level of charisma, or more that level of attraction within the setup.
Okay.
Inti baby or mube pia and or bape near who saw mon eban.
Okay.
Inti the fact that you are economically viable, you attract much sponsorship doesn't mean you are a better player than those people who doesn't attract those things.
Okay.
I'm saying Beckham attracted all these sponsorship, but he's not close to Rangers within the Manchester United setup. Quality is quality. And when you park so be and as I said, I was even surprised. Say Mbappe or call Real Madrid. I agree. Madrid bet him no waka, Barcelona bet him no waka just to project one player. But Karim Benzema even agreed to play a second fiddle to Kylian Mbappe at Madrid. That was another topic for discussion. General, right. I think Mbappe also concentrate on his game. Very soon, Neymar, Messi will leave the scene and they'll be taking the Paris Saint-Germain dynasty. But for now, when those guys are fit, General, the last game on boy against Rene, Neymar started from the bench, Messi started from the bench. Messi Amubikra, the way he struggled on the field. In the last 30 minutes, Neymar by, and when Neymar stepped on the field, there was clearly who the difference between the two. He is good, but you know, when those players are ready to play, he's not half of them.
And he also you're worried that since my coso ammonia concentration and ball, the beer Mbappe, for the wrong reasons.
No, you know, I don't have to be worried. Those things are part of the game. Why am I here football?
But Rofed and Joko and the others, they are worried.
They are worried for Momuti or Musika says, the team and concentrate on the field of play. But then they'll be happy Benfica again be who said there's a problem between Neymar and then Mbappe. Or maybe no training boom. Bako da fema bako kosoba konsa. Even Mbappe did not penalty no. Neymar was urging him to score on concentrating on share. Inti general oti actually now sika omo tuogua from Cavani to Neymar to Mbappe to Messi. You will be worried. But some of us there general actually game na yen wahadu. How we must try and manage certain egos within the squad. So your coach now here chida also be free near my coach op here. Naturally say obi mu ade on antem ya kasem tire na ontie wayet the otibiano. The coaches should look at how they control the egos of the prima donors within the setup. And for me, it's a learning curve. The
Yempam players are almost hard dream.
You know, it depends.
Okay.
A coach, they be a mekasa asem way. Carlo Ancelotti will manage it, get you the results. Pep Guardiola will say, you are not even bigger than the Lionel Messi I coach. You are not bigger than the Hristo Stoichkov that I played with. You are not bigger than the Ronald Koeman that I played with. You are not bigger than the Romario that I played with. I will give different player opportunity to play. Pep will grant you the results. Ferguson Becker said, you are not bigger than him. He will grant you the results. But Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti will manage the egos and they will give you the same results. Into of the two. But the point is that so coach can't have a player here no. Yes, a player any more there. They are killing the talent in a winning mono. Yes, you can't hear you know out there. So when you to was here now coaches after retirement no more documentary. Half time and watch Giovanni Trapattoni and Matteo Lippi documentary. And near my see our dressing room and Santa General. Oma babe bobono say omo ba out babe kan yet ane was rotate the hu no hana you coaches and say players ni mu ade no Romario two boot Mario Zagallo dressing room about Brazil Liverpool game against Holland in France 98 say Argentina game now omo ba ni na da bia on the bench no Zagallo he was a World Cup winner as a coach and as a player. He was the first person ultimately World Cup as a player as a coach. He is the coach tipped to coach the greatest team in the World Cup in 1970. Edmundo Yesadi and Chileno. But you know, he concentrated and he played in the final. Unfortunately, Ronaldo issued into a lot of things happened in the dressing room. But the fact of the matter is that over parking, so you concentrate, you make sure you control the egos and get you the results.
I don't agree with Andy Kerm that Kylian Mbappe is not up to the level of Neymar and Messi, because he has been very good this season for PSG, and Neymar came to PSG the same time as Mbappe, but he has more goals than him, and Mbappe is also a top scorer in the Champions League at PSG. Okay, together with all the top players who have played for, ahead of all the top players who have played for PSG. Obi Adrian no me about.
Oh, the top scorer that top scorer that is only Boche Obi there.
Okay.
And is it football nka.
Ali men comment.
Okay, Matthias.
Obi no. Oh, Fufra because me say Champions.
Oh, young games.
Young games
because of the time. You know, Graham Potter is working.
Oh, you good.
Anything. Oh, you guys do. Oh, yeah, they were good. Just after the first game. Oh yeah, the passer. But sana football here. Oh yeah, they will be because oh
yeah. AC Milan 5.
Yes.
In 2 games.
Yes.
5.
Yes. And the good news is that the first game now area. The second game there was progression against Crystal Palace. That he came to the Champions League, beat AC Milan by 3 goals. This is a Milan side that won the Serie A last season. This is a Milan side that have experience or Jeru, and a player tipped send this 150 million euros for Rafael Leo. Omomo midweek weekend for me I'll call it a second strength Chelsea side. Almost Wolverhampton 3, and at the Giuseppe Meazza Sports Stadium in San Siro was 2. In the last 3 games or in the last 4 games was at 10. And our concede back up. That is a plus. So if you are looking at it from the defensive side of the game, Chelsea have improved. From baby a tokel ja any baby team doing. Chelsea have improved tremendously. Their organizational structure, their level of anticipation, their technical quality at the back, and the basic principles and the defense. Chelsea have been spot on under Graham Potter in the last 3 games. Midfield now pay a DAB now pay for control, and our Chelsea was 701 passes. In the last game against Wolves, they almost bought 591 passes. So look at the tremendous improvement about the range of passing comparatively. Into Chelsea opening the issue about red card and the play a major role, play a major factor, but the reality they say. When you enter game, the last few games at Chelsea, but they are playing so well, and I think say, you know what I mean? So Biabe reservations about the red card and the penalty. For me, it was a penalty. So what they buy had there will be a penalty no, but there was contact player and he denied him with that obvious goal scoring opportunity. And ye, okay, say softer, no problem. You can have your opinion just like me having my opinion.
Because all the bad one. Because any penalties because referee Kala also about the Bibia and Siniquaya, but Kala anyway Bremen was it a penalty? It was a penalty, and a red card for denying the attacker an obvious goal scoring opportunity. There's nothing like soft in the laws of the game. He's denied the attacker an obvious goal opportunity, and that is all.
With no intention of going for the ball.
Yeah.
With no intention of going for the ball.
Okay.
Only intention be also or call for ball.
Aye.
But the person stop on.
Yes.
And it's as simple as that.
Now soft the flavor. Anna, who's a incident? Say a box room they see ya. And a attractive red card and amboa.
Yes.
But yellow, the bit more attractive.
Sir,
and as a foul. But baby, see, you know.
Option behind who be.
Oji foul. Now say a show card because the last person.
The moment I opened the obvious goal scoring opportunity in a red card, you are the last man.
That's all.
And I'll call Bonase. And I'll hear Otrimu no. Second, Simon to me, Bobo, and Carefin in area. You know, all here. But so now, so the money and I know kind of and me am na a full touch of the ball. And nothing a man is a ball no a foul.
All stars no Kasapa Tonali was a ridiculous, embarrassing refereeing in Milan Chelsea game. Purely I say I told the referee what I thought of him after the Milan Chelsea game.
Me so call referee no didn't not inside Shinibutu.
Yeah, no.
Call referee no can beat and me say no can.
Okay.
But you know, well this is coming from a typically oriented Italian side.
But former referee Cesare also it's a non-existent Chelsea. It was non-existent Chelsea penalty against Milan.
Wow.
Former referee.
Wow.
Cesare.
These are coming from.
It's going more baby. Incident.
Yeah. I'm saying soft.
Well, you know, we can always share our opinions, and for me, I think it was a penalty. It was spot on. Chelsea did well, and to be at San Siro getting a good result because I'm saying no, I'm going to learn results. I think it's a Grand Porter is on course.
Yeah, but after the penalty, didn't Milan could die, sir? Now a total dominance.
No, the one neighbor.
Was it who teams only 10 men?
Do you know? Me say opa ma Chelsea Man City, Man City ni red card. Mo better to almost say anything.
I didn't try.
No, it is about the numerical advantage. It is about numbers. Do you know?
Me say who teams are
far and few. European football this is a coach awasa. And now say a big team, let's say Barcelona versus Cadiz or Hatafe. But you know a match of equals Jesus Christ. Omo better to say any abasa.
Okay.
You cannot blame the Milan team. Besides that, when they are told to Chelsea are ahead of them in terms of quality.
Okay.
And Chelsea, as I saw trainer just last week, now Chelsea has numerical advantage. You know they will struggle. You cannot blame them. This is a Milan team. They be a boss Stefano Pioli Abaso. 2 center backs of Fikayo Tomori and then Pierre Kalulu. It is only Milan and a bit me used to center backs and they did the Serie A. You cannot blame them. I think Chelsea did well, and I think they need to be commended.
Okay. Because Juve did so, but Rossoneri, Omo director, Paul Maldini, or say Omone Rafael Leao, Ebetrasi contract renewal before the World Cup. Was a Chelsea target.
Yes. And not Chelsea alone. A lot of players, a lot of teams are after him. And for me, I don't think he will start in the Portugal setup. But if he starts, you know, so starting within the setup at the World Cup, or better increasing the price, you know, say see I'm rating 150 million euros, and I'm rating within the Milan setup. Now, say Coco started for Portugal at the World Cup. Portugal World Cup, and I can say this is their 9th time of coming to the World Cup. Their best stage was A66 and 2006. Omba World Cup no money. But I think they have a very good squad. They have a very good team. And imagine having Rafael Liu, Bernardo Silva at the top. Now, you know, about this particular game. Now, Obetimi Asan performing at the World Cup. He will add around 50 million to his buyout clause. It's general. Say, Paulo Maldini Kase. Say, see, I'm on the Babet National Marche. Sabranti and Betimi are threatened the contract before the World Cup. The Biatica say game na strategic, and I think Milan want to be strategic because Rafael, you want to start the first game, he can start the second game, or perform he can start the third game as well. He's a brilliant player, and the exceptional one indeed within the Milan setup. And so only AC Milan a bonus play Rafael you out, you are good to go. He's a top player within the Serie A setup, and I think say Genoa say Paulo Maldini so I'm gonna bet na say threaten contract man. It's a step in the right direction. But will he accept to extend the contract? I think so.
Almost before Qatar. All right.
He wants to move.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Other matches.
Juve and 7 there.
They
know their problem now. I'm say omon problem now.
Yeah.
Juve problem obiara nim say coach. Obiara wait till obiara nim say. Imagine Lelo Allegri na mo de bogo fem. Enti na omo team ni ntimembo. So they don't know why till now Andrea Agnelli is still shielding him. Because they look at Total Sport, look at the Risotto dello Sport, look at Colore dello Sport, and look at all the Italian peoples. Obie Bonaci, I agree. Say Makai be General, this team have not won a group stage game in the Champions League in the last 20 years. And it's almost bar There are games you don't need the instructions of the coach to win. Looking at the players, Juve won, but you know, Juve a level of deep in form and their dismal performance this season. You know, for me, I'll blame Allegri, and as I said, the only solution to their problem is to make sure they sack their coach. And yes, I bet to us, but we give it to the team on money boy. They played well, they deserve their spot. Trade. Said the numbers are better almost stadium mono. Also mom here happy, also mom rejoicing because you know and I'm saying almost near man against PJ they scored, but unfortunately almost got 20 say almost players and almost pages of Neymar and Messi and clearly Omunya. But again Juve they fought hard and you know Omunya the 3 maximum points are no more peso Omunya. So you blame Allegri for a game a course so and you meant me uncle.
Kala is good when it comes to teaching us about decisions of the referees of late, but he wasn't like that on the field of play during his days as a referee. Samuti echira muye chen se mujina park so anefi sunyai zongo o hwe Kala wa he. Okay. Yento aso.
You know one team they deserve abasobo. Benfica. Check their last games in famous venues. You're one of the European top sides. At the new camp in Turin and then at the Parc des Princes. It will almost defend it, but next season too, Benfica will sell 100 million, they will sell 80 million, they will sell 120 million to the other teams. Because now and they have a host of quality materials around. Picking old guys are caught top of Bansade Pokakra. No, team nim. And then mass space on the field. Baby, I name Abekobia Enzo Perez Dinechi. Name I interpret no implement class still. Nemranti, you know, my pampe. Now you talk about their defense too. Antonio Silva Sanchez, Nicolas Otamendi, Alex Grimaldi. Omonswa Mbappe, mass space in the crowd. And Pablo Sarabia was just a shadow of himself. And in midfield, Machi Vintina and Marco Verratti. Until Mama media grow at the Parc des Princes. Until Shakira fast near penalty, no. I think that sometimes Marco Verratti also exercises patience in most of his tackles because this tackle was just needless.
Okay.
But you give it to Benfica. Watch out for Enzo Perez next season. Any of the team Ebeko, Benfica so permit for that will go for him, and you expect to pay not less than 80 million from the Caesar Academy. Until you know Ebebo Benfica Abaso say no match so deserve so many points.
When are we going to Brekum to chill? Watching live with our mic X2 in a salon. Okay, Nidako and a way and so I pray Nidako Kumasi Asatiko. Now Nidako say chilling, say chilling. On a mountain kuta danko ya toto. Ndi kujina baby you are no one's what they boss so kama. Oni jiwa danko ya toto. Roasted danko. Rabbit. Uni bi da.
Manum dene hodi
nro. Go guys are man we cry.
Sir.
Nidako. Engu adinako. Na no nwi no nam. Yankoi.
You know
we decide and let's go. Don't worry. I take a decision. You will do.
Now to today's games. One group are interesting, tricky. The Champions League.
Oh, naka maniji Shakhtar Donetsk. Any Madrid game no.
Okay.
Yeah. Quite have go no fast so buy time equalizer no. And injury no so si buy and akwadana ne maame ne papa wu Russian invasion no na ho no
story like Modric.
Yes. Na Modric in Jersey e come akwadana no football ya dey.
You know football you can get a lot of stories from football.
Akwadana ni ne maame ne papa ewu Russian invasion of Ukraine no.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Na they will hold Emra Madrid etikaro. They will hold pop.
Yes, they don't expect that because
the Madrid there's a Shakhtar player.
Yeah.
Or no mum they didn't Jesse.
Yeah, but the stories are very similar.
Say
Modric so far in the old Soviet Union war.
Okay.
So separation by right around 1990. Oh, you jai Modric Mukroi, you jai Ukraine for, you jai Uzbekistan, you jai way no. And a Modric Enyan who for dear, but no could the baby out of the parents. Because the parents they one now will be any sisters, family no one as Katobia in the old Soviet Union and Russia.
Okay.
And now Russia and Ukraine no. And they are crazy story no about the sink with Modric so dear no. And you ya ka cray ko na wo fo nchen e bia ka stadium akura ko ni a but enye wo no so a bia Modric ko na footballer wo no scatter no ba bia okoto ene no fifie as a footballer
okay
ene ne country enya no so faso and general you ka Croatia we are talking about a country football and male mobile bia they also separated from the old Soviet Union
okay
and then Ukraine chrono air struggle another side also I suffer so much. Am I this particular youngster? About JC or Modric. So Modric said, "Okay, I don't for JC man as a Madrid fan, but the man as a victim of the war.
Okay.
Because I also won in the Universe Street. Okay. And I want to say Yakra for Abba Street. So count down to 1990. Time I separate. Ama Russia can say, oh, Fahudi, also Fahudi. Be seen there, I can say. The years down the lane, and Yakra is so appear. Let's see.
Yentie Shakhtar Donetsk como sporting director. Everyone on incentive for Kasaka Krafa kwada ho and equalizer na by an effect enyan e wo abofano so yentie kakra bi. Okay, ready at Whitney ma I'm saying to kwana okokun weekend no sila no effect no. Okay, yentie.
I'm so proud of our team and we have a huge future.
Well, hopefully it was a happy moment for young Ilya as well.
Gotta say, you must be proud of yourself as well. You got the young boy here, Ilic, yeah? Ilya. And what was the experience like for him?
He's a little bit sad as well because we didn't win the game, but okay, he will be with us like last game. I think that last game will decide everything in this group. Depend, of course, we have next game in Celtic, but we are still in.
As we talked about before the game, he wrote to Boris Johnson to ask him to stop the war. So he was showing the way he's going forward. And your players today, I mean, your players were just so good. First half was a little bit sort of, but the second half, I mean, it could have been more.
Yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
It's man because akoda no eno ogina ho no ne ma me ne papa. Afrim yento so.
After Zubkov goal no na he never thought Madrid ebetimi ababa. Clearly was a Madrid for the journey do akra. And especially with Vinicius Junior starting from the bench, Karim Benzema, Eden Hazard was offered the opportunity to start from the left. But still, I want to me and what said there will be any more Hazard, no. And you know, Omo Boge Muna Yebepon 90+5 after Vinicius missing sa born by open born far by number for him and one there was no way on beating me about back. But with their history and their quality, so no more bonnet and ponya. You know, and Omoni Shakhtar Donetsk share me the Champions League in recent times, but just last season, almost around 4-5 at the Metal Stadium, and you know, Rudiger had taken in the final minute, and that affected our crowd because Omunina and Sanamado debating Yatekano. And look at the injury by for Rudiger. Ya banaging it, ya banaging, and minutes on pictures.
Oh, yes, Emran all playing.
Yes.
You just have pictures in the
you know, Madu that taking something out of it, and the collation in Rudiger and the goalkeeper.
All right.
You know,
I'm sure that the crab in a fee, and to us on for say, alcohol, you know, say, what is me? Okay, umpe. Now, Marijate,
will be afraid Dranum pay.
Would be afraid Druanum? Marijate, only.
With the Fred, no cook shimmy. With the Fred room, I can't cry. We try, I may balance. Apetisi.
Put your petition. Afraid, Drew, we are on names.
Say Coco
you are the sprite in the fantasy.
Into a dream, ma. What your mom famra, your tear for into a dream, ma.
And the fantasy sprite.
The name first day, second day.
No chips.
First day, second day. Not from any sort of emergency, baby. No,
just see our cousins here and Busa a wooten. So, Nimusanoma, also the alcohol can another. Ratchet Paco, last old Otenica. One day. Ay. So could try be man toka.
Say I don't go.
Aye. Nipa na organization no no fight. Nipa na no organization no.
You be sao.
Na wuti na de ni mi no dia shame or atipako. Wuti ni oba be se o. Enna na me share na buza say no na ka dem so nim sanom. Oso o twebe enye gidigidi sa. Enye gidigidi sa.
Ana gidigidi no dey.
Gidigidi dey wade.
Got him.
Obi on a level. You know any akobi kodi fufu. Trip pa.
Ori yankoi.
Ye de awie no nkotu aka no akoka kire mama obisa mama me ne kan bo na there be impiasa.
What do you know?
What do you nkotu aka mama ne kan bo na.
Oso impiasa. Ontezo.
Ye impiasa.
Open to ka no.
On te aduane so. Wabo no. E wan madam for ba ko fa no nkotu an se.
Open to ka ko. Ema no oba o chance ai hu. Unze bi mari bi twa bi je me bakra.
So what downtown.
Yo ma o bro pa. Ma bi sia.
General.
Okay, ori ento so. Kenyi na e okruma.
Obi o ha o jinu ade. Madam for me.
That's all experience o.
There be some me ma ko ba bibi. Madam for me name tell you.
Yeah, you games. You games, right?
Me what you there.
Now for you.
Nah. I'm not for ka ba mi me. Say you say.
Na me so minimum no.
You know. And a big game.
Unim sanu petesi.
And one. O ga do job e kura nke. E ke no ano no.
Unkan say.
You know me ba.
Say fu na say Irish cream and I say wine. Yenko.
You know.
Bad
Big
boy.
game at the new Spotify new camp. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Now me can about group and how tricky and Bayern for the Omakope baby agina and their level of performance in the group stage no match so no more Obebre and Sana. General, what in your shop?
You're picking one or two.
No, I'm only picking this particular game.
Okay.
Now, so we share Barcelona. General, almost performance no losing to Bayern Munich, losing to Inter Milan. Against Inter, will be my Barcelona chance to win that particular game, but unfortunately, Inter defended well, and that prevented Barcelona from scoring. And it's Uti Javi at the presser. Or see game will be finals because Barcelona themselves want to me and just a game way there. And you almost be bread, so will bet me are qualified to the next stage of the competition. Not just under Javi, Barcelona say called the second Europa for the second time running. That is unaccepted at the new camp. Until Barcelona will go all out. Unfortunately, there are a lot of injury situations within the Barcelona setup. Until almost say Eric Garcia abeba no ne Jira Piqué ben aba abebo because Marcos Alonso ne Jira Piqué dia ne de emfa ebiu in the Champions League alongside Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez. Midfield wey Inter to be a fit, but in attack, is he going for Rafinha Dembele again because it is not working? I would prefer Fati coming in for Rafinha to start from the bench and Robert Lewandowski at the top. Inter for himself. And Nipa also almost sure in this particular game here, Robert Lewandowski, as they did in the first leg. It is Stefan de Vrij, Milan Skriniar plus Bastoni. A Jimo Mubeye to prevent the movement and the positional sense of Lewandowski and the supply from Dembele or Ansu Fati. Number for normal making sure some adding numbers. So Barrera, Cahal Negro. But the sad aspect is that because they are missing Massimo Brozovic, Henrik Mkhitaryan or Matt Taxon is all yes man in midfield. Unfortunately, he's not that type. But in the first leg, it worked for them. But some two defense don't get the best. But you know, they need to stop Lautaro Martinez and then Abrante and Edin Dzeko. These are two players that have eyes for goals. But inside games, you cannot trust Inter Milan. Omu players, omu rising to the occasion, omu bet me. But you know, Inter is one team I've never trusted them, especially at that stage and especially at New Camp. And watch your last games in the Champions League, even at the Ramon Sanchez team one against Sevilla, at the Bernabeu twice. My team a friend Inter, and the last time New Camp, they lost by 2-1. This is a game that I foresee Barcelona going all out, and I think you know me would that believe me say looking at the Barcelona here points in the crucial minute. It's a game for Barcelona, and I think Barcelona to win.
Good morning, Sergio. I'm listening to the show right at Fosuya Hotel's conference room, just opposite your studio. I'm marking UCC exams and at the same time listening to your indefatigable sports show. Barcelona will triumph over Inter Milan today by 3-0. Sir Afrikiko, Dramana Kenton Senior High School. Offenso, Unadibai. Sir Afrikiko, one here. Examiners, no chief examiner, GP papers, never when no market papers, no TS sports at the same time. ahwe na ko mark obi a what try no go titi no ye pa we ma cho mark people sana after that we met program later on. Good morning, sports. Boss, you've made my day. We are listening to you live at work. We're watching you with my big guys, Mr. Tete, aka Amas, Mr. Kusi, Kojokin, D. Kelly, Onu every Jamaica. God bless you, King Solo. Anyway, every New York City, America, ma'am, and Abraham. We are enjoying your show, King Solo. Obaba Ghana hano na nipa eda amenem na fi odi konya boti na fi wako okola da ababa etu ai ba emergency si ai senka o che o so no kakra ba o so no gina ho ti obaba na nipa dada kamenem na fi odi konya boti na wasore firi adaka no aba shoesum na head e open home. Okay.